Getting started is hard, and that's where most people fail. Well, I guess I've been interested in cycling all my life, but really didn't get started doing competitive riding and serious road biking until I was actually 63 or 64.
And what's your age now?
I'm 67. I'm sorry, I'm 78.
Oh, sometimes you get the
I'm looking at him. I think, like a lot of people, when you reach 50, you start wondering what's going to happen the rest of your life, and you start seeing this thing hanging over your belly button.
Yes.
And I looked around at people, and I said, that are older than that are retired, and said, I don't want to look like that when I'm 65 or 70.
Yeah. Well, look how trim you are.
And so I decided to get going doing something. So we started doing some jogging, and my knee wouldn't allow that, and so I got into biking and mountain biking and road biking, and I really didn't buy my first real road bike until I was 64 years old. I guess the key is it's never too late. And the good thing, and I think my friend here will attest to it, is if you keep at it, you keep getting better. I read something in the National Geographic recently that I really agree with, and it said that you got two things that affect you in your life. One is your genetics, and the other one is what you do with your genetics. And the idea is that you can do things in your life to change your genetics, the way your genetics behave. So you can behave in a way that you're going to sit on the couch and be a couch potato, or you can behave in a way that allows you to get out and actually do something.
Yeah.
And I will say one of the best things that you could do is have friends that like to do the same thing that you do.
Yes.
And motivates, keeps you busy. We go out almost every day of the week.
Really?
And you just have to keep at it.
Yeah.
And people ask me, how you do it. And I say, I get up in the morning, get on the bike, go get my friends, and go for a bike ride. That starts the day. And if you do that routinely, then it changes your life, changes the way your genetics behave.
Yes.
And allows you to keep. I work for DuPont in their agricultural division as a research scientist. I've had a few accidents over the years too, and I've got a broken bone and hip and things. And my friends tell me, why do you continue to bike when you have the chance of breaking a bone or something? I say, because I don't want to go to emergency and have a heart replacement. And here I am, 78. I don't take any meds. My blood pressure is great. I don't have any problems with cholesterol or any of the things that my peers are all having trouble with. So, it's really well worth the effort. I guess when I started cycling, I thought 5,000 miles a year was a lot. And then I had a friend tell me that he knew some people who were doing 10,000 miles a year. And I thought, okay, well, that's a pretty good goal. So we worked up to 10,000, and then, well, that was not so bad, and then 12,000, and then 14, and then 16. And this year the goal is 20,000 miles.
Gosh, are you going to hit it?
I am. I'm over 16 right now. I've won here every year.
Have you?
Yeah.
How many years have you done this?
This is the 9th year here. And I've done a lot of racing besides the senior games.
Okay.
Utah State races, I've won a bunch of those. There's a race called Logan to Jackson that goes 200 miles in one day. And I've won it 3 times, taken second twice, and third 3 times. Well, and you need to be careful about what you eat as well. Everybody has a little different deal about eating, but you do have to be careful. Eat the right stuff and don't stuff yourself. Spiritually, you're always encouraged to do things that help you mentally, physically, and morally. And it's like a 3-pronged footstool. A lot of people only worry about 1 or 2 of them.
Right.
And so it's never stable.
What are the three hosts?
Spiritual, physical, and mental. So we're working on all three of them. Yeah. And the physical builds into making you feel more spiritual and certainly mentally.
Yeah.
It helps keep your mental acuity active and moving the right direction. Well, I'm happy when people say, I want to grow up to be like you. Don't give up.
Okay.
Find something that you like to do. I found biking. It can be swimming, it can be running, it can be any kind of sports. But don't give up. Hang in there. Getting started is hard, and that's where most people fail. Is especially cyclists. They get on the bike and ride a few miles, and their bottom gets sore, and they say, "Oh, that's too hard.
Yeah.
I can't do that." But you just have to keep at it until you get through it all.
Yeah.
Get moving.
Get moving. Yeah, and keep moving.
We want to thank you for watching RedefiningAging.us. I'm John Disterdick, your host. And our goal for the series is pretty simple. We just want to enhance the quality of people's lives. So if you know of an event that you think would be good for us to cover, please fill out the form on our website, and not only the event and what it is, where it is, when it is, and if there's a person you know that you think would be a good person for us to do a testimony on in some event, please let us know. And if you want a fuller description of my testimony, you can either go to johndisterdick.com and look under ministry, or you can go here at redefiningaging.us and scroll down, and it's on there as well. We appreciate your viewership. God bless, and hope to see you on more shows.